Welcome to our 2017 Winnebago Paseo. We thought we would give you a little bit of a tour of our van as we're excited to make some videos about our travels as we explore North America. So we spent a lot of time looking at different options for motorhomes. We looked at some Class A's, right? We went to Camping World. What did you think of those?
They were a little bit too big.
Yeah, we sat in the up front at them, and gosh, we could hardly reach each other, and conversations going down the road might have been a little loud, we thought, for us. And we liked the extra space, but how often really is it going to be anybody else other than just us?
Usually just us.
Usually just us. So then what was the next choice that you got pretty excited about?
Yeah, I got pretty excited to see the Jayhawk.
So it was a Jayco Red Hawk.
Red Hawk. That's what it was. Because it had a Murphy bed, and I thought I really needed a Murphy bed.
Yeah. We did really like that Class C, and we were surprised to find one here in stock because we knew that there's a lot of demand right now, and it's hard to get some of the models. And we got pretty excited about that. In fact, we even went so far as to...
Yeah, I made you put some money down on
we
it.
put a deposit on it, and then we went back and thought about it, and we decided, it's probably too big for what we need. And the real kicker for us was we wanted something that we could log a lot of miles in.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have family everywhere, so we want to go see them all now that we've gotten our vaccines and it's safer from COVID. So we want to take some trips.
Yep. And we also had the chance to, we've got an outbuilding on our property that we were able to find, and the size of it limited us to a total of 10 feet. So we wanted to find a camper van that was under 10 feet.
And this one just squeaks through.
It just squeaks through. It's 9 feet 10 inches. And so we just rub a little bit on the rubber protection on the garage door as we go in, so we're good. So we're able to store it inside, which is a big advantage. So we found a used one.
Yep.
We were at Janine's mom and dad's,
visiting my parents, and I went for coffee with my mom and let Dale be on his own.
I was loose, and sure enough, we found one here that was 4 years old, a 2017 with only 20,000 miles on it, and seems to be in great shape. So we know there's a lot for us to learn. We'll take you along with us as we figure out our newbie mistakes. Hopefully not too dramatic, but we'll take you on some van adventures around North America. So previously, I've talked a little bit about the differences between Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes. So we wanted to give you a little bit of context about this one, this Class B, that's based on the Ford Transit. We were able to find a used one in good shape with low miles, and it's a Winnebago Paseo. It's based on the Ford Transit 350 HD chassis. Pretty much a one-ton truck, similar to an F350 truck, but this is their Ford Transit van chassis. It has the 6-cylinder EcoBoost engine in it, a 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. We're getting 14.1 miles to the gallon and plenty of power. A couple of features that we really like about the Paseo, the side door has built-in screens, so we can open those up. When we get camping someplace, we can close those and keep the bugs out, but keep the air moving through. It has a built-in grab handle here and running boards alongside to make an easy entry. There's also nice LED lights underneath here, so at night we're able to kind of set a soft diffused light at the campground. One of the features of the Paseo is a carefree awning. We really like the way they integrated the look in. We've seen some other Class B vans where the awning kind of sticks out a bit. We like the way this one fits in really smooth. It is what they would call an armless awning. So while that comes out, I'll come forward and talk just a little bit. So it's an armless awning, and you'll see that it's supported just by the supports that come right out of the top of the awning.
There's nothing in the way to walk into when you're camping. One of the things that we like about this awning is that it does have a built-in wind sensor. And so if the wind is starting to blow too much or it's moving, it will automatically retract so that it doesn't get any kind of damage on it. And it also does have a nice set of LED lights here. And so again, when we're camping, we enjoy kind of the soft glow that they create. It's also nice in that it retracts with just one touch. So I don't need to stand there and hold my finger on it while it comes back in. Remaining on the passenger side of the van, a few other things to show you. There are electrical outlets here so that when you're hooked into shore power, you can plug in things on this side. There's also an attachment here. If you wanted to bring your TV outside, you could mount it here. And this adapter on this side is for an external solar panel. We already have one solar panel we'll show you up on the roof, but here if you wanted to add additional solar, you can. The Paseo has a ZAMP solar charger that can handle up to 500 watts, and we have a 100-watt solar panel on the roof. A couple other things just on this side. You've got external speakers that are tied into the sound system, so you can have your music or your TV running over the internal speakers as well as these external ones if you'd like. And here you'll see this is a feature of the Ford Transit. This is a little magnet, and it helps hold the back doors all the way open if you open them up to the side. We'll come around and take a look at the back and look at the driver's side. Here on the back of the van, a couple of features that I'll show you. You'll notice again that kind of magnet support for when the doors open fully. There is a rear view camera here so that when you're backing up, you've got a view of what's coming at you. It is a Type 4 hitch, so towing capacity of this vehicle is around 2,000 pounds given the cargo load that it already has in it. And then underneath down low here, and we'll take the camera down and I'll show you where we store the sewer hose. The Paseo comes equipped with a ladder. One of the things that's important to note is that this is where the ladder is stored. You don't really want to climb on the ladder here. This is just the storage location. The way to get at it is you loosen it up, and then we can come around and we'll put it on the side supports and we'll take a look at the roof. Okay, we've loosened the ladder support. Now we can just lift it off. It's very light, but again, we'll carry it around, and my expert camera crew is going to follow us here. We'll come around to the side and we'll show you where you mount it. All along the top of the van is a roof rack, so we can just pick a spot here and support it, and we can take it on up to the top. So let's go up. All right, so it's easy to get up to the top. We just make sure we're securely up there and that the rubber mounts are on the right part of the van here. So up here on the top of the van, you can see a couple things. First is our 100-watt solar panel. Here we have a King Air antenna. And what you'll see there is the control panel for the ZAMP solar panel, where we could plug additional solar panels either up here on the roof, or as we showed, there is an external port for a suitcase type solar panel that you could also have. Here is the Coleman air conditioner. Here is the Max fan vent. We really like that because it allows us to have the vent open even if it's raining. And here you'll see there are additional roof racks. Not a lot of room for storage, but you could slide those brackets around and mount a Thule or another carrier if you'd like. On the driver's side, this is the exhaust port for the Truma Combi hot water heater and furnace as well. So that will get hot. So it's a good thing that it's on the driver's side, typically where all your hookups are, not something that you're going to walk around and touch. Here you've got the freshwater tank fill, and here is the city water connection. If you're at a RV park with full hookups and pressurized water, you'd hook right into here. Down here is our propane. All right, so you can see down here our propane. I've just loosened the cover, so you can see that it is a built-in propane tank. So it does require you to go fill it at a place that refills the propane. But it's got all the accessibility right here, so you can shut it off when you're driving or entering a tunnel and easily check it here. One other thing just on this side, you'll notice right down here there's a small exhaust. That is for the onboard generator. The Paseo has a Cummins Onan 2800 watt gas generator. It's located underneath the van. I'll show you a quick look. Continuing with the connections that are here on the driver's side, this is a external cable in. If you were at an RV park that had cable access, you could plug in there, and that would then allow you to get all the stations on your TV. This is the 30 amp power connection. Again, when you're at a place with shore power, plug in 30 amp right there. And this is a black tank flush. And what that allows you to do is hook into a water source, and it'll come through and help clean out your black holding tank with any residue. Down here is the sewer connection that we use for both our black and gray tanks. One of the reasons that I particularly liked this model of Class B van is that it does have a traditional black tank like a larger RV would have. Some of the modern Class B vans are going with a more European style cassette toilet. And while that has some advantages, I preferred this traditional model. When we are at an RV site and we're hooking to drain our gray water, to me it's just easy to deal with the black tank, gray tank all at the same time and have all that done. One other just last thing to show you here on the driver's side, and then we'll go inside. This is just simply the gas flap for the Ford Transit, and it's one of those gas capless dealy bob things, so you don't need to lose the gas cap. Okay, we're going to start the inside tour, but I'm going to start the inside from the outside. So one of the features that we really like about the Paseo is that these back doors open up to open up your dining area. And there's a nice screen that pulls down here. So you really can let the outside come inside. And to us, this was one of the features that we really liked. If you come around here, you'll also see, as I talked just a little bit about the ability for the doors to lock open or lock shut. You can see we can just do this. That'll keep the wind from blowing it. We can lock it in position here. If we hit unlock, the door can come all the way over, and that's where those magnets then click in. We're inside now, and you can tell we've got our screen on our side door in place, and we've also got the screen at the back. And so this is one of the things that we really like, is that we get fresh air coming through here, and it helps the space seem bigger than it is. The other thing you'll notice that we really like about this particular Winnebago model is the lighting. It has LED lights throughout. We've got indirect lights and direct lights, and again, that helps really make a small space seem bigger. So we divided up tasks. Janine gets to do the kitchen. She assigned me the bathroom. So as you can see, the bathroom is right here. It is a wet bath. And so you'll notice that the floor is shared between the shower and the stool. But one of the things that is nice about this is it's really quite large. And so I am 5'9" and 5'9.5" maybe, but I've still got lots of room here. So that's one of the things that we liked about this model, is that I could stand up and shower in it. Inside the wet bath, there is a sink that drops down. And again, that was another feature that we liked about this particular Class B, we didn't really want the idea of having to share the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink. We liked it better having this to brush your teeth and clean up in. So we mentioned that in this small bathroom, although it is a wet bath, Winnebago provided a little shower curtain, and the shower curtain is really just to protect the toilet. So when we shower, this door is waterproof, so it closes, and we shower here, and we really do find that that shower curtain keeps then the rest of the bathroom from getting wet.
So when we're on the road, we have to make sure that we shut this bathroom door up again. And often we were forgetting that when we first took it out. But here we are in the middle of our van, and this is the kitchen. We have this 2-burner gas stove, which is very good. It also has a backsplash cover or extra countertop. We have a sink, which is the same, a nice round bowl. The faucet pops up just like it did in the bathroom. And we can get hot and cold water, of course. And also more counter space with it down. And then we also have a cabinet extension here on the end. Above here is where we keep our dishes. And as you can see, a full-size plate fits up here in the top. So that's really great to have those shelves be so deep. It's double shelves on both sides, so we keep our dishes on one end and our food on the other. And then moving on back on this side on the storage, we use this compartment for our clothes because it's a little longer. And when we pack our clothes here, that was one of the first things I was alarmed about, is that there wouldn't be suitcases. I thought, oh my word, how are we going to do this and be organized? So we got some tripped travel gear, and you can get that on Amazon. And these cabinets are big enough to fit 2 side by side. So it works really well. Dale gets one shelf and I get the other. We'll put a link below about how you can get some tripped travel gear too. Over here, I have my microwave and the fridge. And I'll just give you a glimpse of the fridge. It's pretty big inside. And below that is the freezer. Ooh, still got those s'mores chocolates in there. It's 96 today. They're probably melted now. So here we are in the middle on the driver's side. And here is our huge storage closet. As you can see, there's a mirror in here, which is very helpful. Also a hanging rack and storage above and 2 shelves below. Also is the extra piece for when we build the bed.
Well, welcome to our dining room.
And
welcome to our bedroom.
No, you're not welcome in there.
No, that's a good point. It is a kind of a multi-purpose area back here. Obviously, this is our table. This is where we set up and use to eat. It's also a storage location. We'll show you a little bit of a video later about what we look like when we've got our e-bikes loaded in here, but they store underneath. But this is also where it turns into a bed. A couple things I would say about it. The cushions that Winnebago has are extremely comfortable.
Very comfortable. I didn't know how it would go, but it's awesome. Yeah.
All right, we wanted to just show you a little bit about how some of the built-in window coverings work. So there are 2 side windows. Again, it's important to note that this is built on a window van chassis, not a solid panel van. And again, we like that because it allows you to have more windows on the side. To open these windows, they open out this way. And then Winnebago has provided both a screen that you can have and then a cover for privacy. And one thing we really do find is if we open up both these side windows and we turn on the ceiling vent, we really get a nice draw of air. And that allows you to, if it's cool enough, really manage without even using the air conditioner. Now, when it is hot, we do run the air conditioner. It's loud, but it cools us down. Well, One last feature we'll show you on the inside is we do have a TV. It just disconnects and comes out from the wall like this. And if you remember, we took a look at that King Air antenna that was on the roof. We are able to get over-the-air digital channels, and it's kind of nice. The way we are set up when this is a bed, our heads are over here, the TV's here, and there are speakers right above us here in the wall. And it really makes for a nice, enjoyable to watch the late night news. Well, that's pretty much the tour of our Class B van. It doesn't take very long. It's not very big. One last thing that I'll show you that's kind of a nice feature I like. When this chair is spun around, the passenger chair is spun around in this position, there's a nice little table that opens up here. And this is the spot where if it's raining outside and somebody's still sleeping in the morning, this is where I can sit and have a nice cup of coffee. So thanks for joining us on the tour of our Paseo. What's most exciting is when we get it out on the road and take some adventures. So we'll make sure we get ready for that on our forward journey.